Guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over this great email that was sent from a subscriber. And this is about a young guy. He's 23 years old. And like a lot more guys nowadays, he is definitely going his own way, okay? Instead of spending all his time chasing after girls or playing video games and wasting his time on bullshit, this guy has a solid plan in place. He is working hard to improve himself every day. He is working to save money, investing the money. He's got plans in place where he can start in real estate and all these other areas so he can eventually retire early and enjoy his life. And he talks about how not only is he doing this, but other guys he hangs out with has this idea in mind, which is awesome because most people his age are just screwing around, okay? And this is exactly what I'm trying to promote on this channel, to help all guys, frankly, but especially the younger ones that normally screw around way too much, really get things together, having a mature outlook on their future. And I might add, this guy, women are at the very back of his list of importance, okay? He still gets together and hooks up with girls, but they're not his priority by any means, okay? And he's reached a point after enough bad experiences that he doesn't tolerate crap from anybody, especially women, okay? And he knows just how well they could get in the way of his purpose. So I'm going to go more into this, guys. This is really good. This will make you feel good to see that more and more younger guys are seeing this, and they're not going to make the mistake that many of us made when we were younger. So it starts off. Oh, by the way, also, he shares a lot of things he's learned along the way to help younger guys who are watching this video. So you young guys in particular, listen to this guy. You definitely want to be like this guy in so many ways. Starts off, he says, "Hello, SSM. I am a 23-year-old male, and I watch your channel all the time. I am glad and grateful that your channel and others exist to tell us men what to look out for when it comes to women, but also how to improve ourselves to be successful. I send your videos to a friend of mine, and he actually says a lot of the same things that you do. We even have very lengthy discussions on your videos. I'm writing to you because I want to share my story and what I'm going through now to help my fellow brothers that are my age and younger. I want them to learn the things I've learned, and that is to listen up and straighten up." Exactly. Neither the world or woman is going to care about your growth and success. Although women will for obvious reasons. Sorry this is a little long, but I've been wanting to get my story out there to be a trusted source and audience. So here goes. This is a little long, but it's really good to hear. And this guy is definitely on the right path. He says, "As I stated before, I am 23. I am a college student with a major in communication studies and a minor in journalism. Over these years, since I was in high school, I've always thought that having a girlfriend would be cool. Of course, now I know it can be, but it is not a guarantee. I do have a disability, and women have been superficial by overlooking the best parts of me and mainly just focusing on my disability. Which is a funny thing if you think about it, because most women get angry and borderline offended when a man only focuses on their body and not the rest of her that's underneath. You're darn right. But God forbid they do it, right? I would always wonder when my brother would bring a girl home. Why can't I get that? Why can't I have a girlfriend? I'm so lonely. I know, it's stupid." Well, pretty much all young guys feel that way and think that way. Yeah, you're not alone there. He continues, "Although this is the case, I won't pretend that like I haven't had fun with women at times. Because I have. And it's been fun at that. I would complain about not having more girls or a girlfriend, go to meetups like was recommended me, and all that dumb stuff." More sirens. "Also, since I was younger, like when I first started college, I always thought having more money in my checking account was more important than having more money in my savings account." I think what he means there, instead of actually saving it and letting it grow, he had it in the checking account, which he could very quickly piss away on bullshit. "I would sometimes get refunds from school financial aid and thought it wasn't much. I would pay for what I needed for school and put the rest away. Of course, like a typical young boy who didn't know much of anything, not too long after, I would use it for sometimes stupid reasons." That's what young guys do. Nobody, some parents will just say, don't piss away your money or something like that, but they don't really actually sit down with their children and actually explain why. Explain why and the benefits that you shouldn't blow away your money on bullshit, why you should save your money and invest in growth and all the benefits of that, okay? Typical parents just say, just don't waste your money. Well, you're going to need to explain a little bit more to young people, you know? And of course, young people have the idea like, hey, I'm young, I'm going to have fun right now. Or, you know, I'm not going to need it for so long, so who cares? Or those old people know what they're talking about. If people would actually sit down and explain the benefits of saving early on and investing it and growing it and how it could lead to a very good, happy life, that could go over a little bit better. But it's usually not done that way. If I don't have any children, and I certainly don't plan on having any children, and I hope I don't have children out there. If I did have children, you can bet your ass from an early age, I would be explaining things like that. Boys or girls, doesn't matter. Saving and growing wealth and things like that. I would explain it in detail, not just save your money, you idiot. No. He goes on. I also had to pull out a credit card with Discover because my finances alone would not pay for school, which is typical in this day and age. Rather than be smart with that credit after paying for school necessities, I would just pay the money that was due and have fun for the rest, not really focusing on my credit score or any of that. Throughout all this time, I met friends who were doing the opposite of me. They all said disabilities, but they were doing what I wasn't, buying condos, investing in the stock market, and high-yielding savings accounts, building their credit, and so forth. I was envious, always asking them how they did it, wondering how they got to do all the things they wanted to do, how they could feel and be so free. Guys, how many times have I told you that we are the average of who we spend the most time with? So you want to surround yourself with people that are going to help you grow, okay? If you hang out with a bunch of people that aren't going anywhere in life and basically are just out of shape, let themselves go, don't try to improve themselves anyway, it's going to rub off on you. On the other hand, if you hang out with people that are always trying to achieve new things, better themselves, educate themselves, make money, grow their money, invest money, all that stuff, it's going to rub off on you. So this guy is smart enough at a young age to realize, I'm going to hang out with these people because these people are going to help me go somewhere, okay? Those are the people you want to spend time with. The people that aren't doing anything, basically people that are losers, you want to cut them aside, guys. It sounds harsh, especially these are people you've known for a good portion of your life, but they're only going to drag you down. Okay? And life is short, guys. And it is so much easier to start younger when it comes to investing your money as opposed to starting later in life. Okay? Because that can grow over the years if you invest it in the right places. Okay? And you just got more time to do that. But hang out with the right people. So really good here that he realized this early on. This will help him big time. He says, the more they talked, the more I listened. So I started doing two things. Before I go into that, I want you to know that had it not been for this pandemic, I don't think I would have reflected all this much and changed my life for the better. So a lot of these changes, I will explain, now have occurred because before and during the pandemic. And it says, number one, I noticed how little freedom my little brother had when his girlfriend is around. Girls need your attention, so boys, what that means is don't play Apex video games when she's around. You'll only get to play half a match, and then it's time to put it down and put up with her nagging and attention seeking your girlfriend brought over for the day, week, or night. Of course, I'm not criticizing my brother's girlfriend. In fact, it's about a damn time he doesn't pick a throwaway for a girlfriend for once. So what he's saying is, guess what? Girls are going to take up your time. Okay? They're going to get in the way. Okay, now you can sometimes get a girl that's actually supportive of your goals and ambitions, but basically, women are going to get in the way of your purpose. Okay, and even if like you lay down the law in the beginning, saying, hey, you know, we started dating, we're having a good time, but listen, I'm focusing on my goals and ambitions and these things I'm doing here. You know, so sometimes they're going to get in the way. You know, and she may be like, okay, that's great. She's still going to try to get your attention and get you to ease up on your purpose and goals, guys. Your purpose, your ambitions, your goals come first above women every time. Above anything, in my opinion. Honestly, at this point, my purpose, my goals, the things I want to do and achieve, that comes first above everything. But women will get in the way. So you better make a choice early on. Are you going to focus on women? Or are you going to focus on your goals and ambitions? Because I guarantee you focus on women, you're not going to get your goals and ambitions. And guess what? They're going to then chase after the guys that are focusing on their goals and ambitions. Ironic, huh? Women come last. All I'm saying is she's a typical woman. Whereas I wanted to film at any time after completing schoolwork or talk to friends, edit videos for my podcast, or just about anything else I wanted to do, I was able to. I was free to do it. Nobody was there to tell me yes or no. I never had to explain myself to anyone, and I never had to figure out when I could do things that I needed or not. Translation, he doesn't have a girlfriend there or someone bugging him for his time and all that. Okay, he's focusing on himself. And that's what you young guys should do, especially you younger guys in your 20s. Because, let's be honest, when you're young, your late teens and 20s, you're the low man on the totem pole anyway when it comes to women. Because believe me, they're going to be wanting to go after guys that are older, more mature, more resources, more status. You're young. Focus on your purpose. If you want girls, that can come later in time, okay? But only after everything else of importance has been done for the day. Only I had the choice. I could decide that, and I love that freedom. I also changed the way I would talk to women, handle dates, and casual fun overall. If I bring a girl home, she is just a casual hookup. If I get into relationships, I have started to always put my foot down when I need to, come out with my requirements, and never let a girl walk all over me. I am done with that. Absolutely, you have to put your foot down. You have to stand up, because if you don't, they'll walk all over you, okay? But again, for this young guy here and young guys like him, I wouldn't focus on relationships. I'd focus on your goals and ambitions. I can't stress that enough. If she blocks people out of my life, acts too jealous, or just acts out of line at all, I will only give 1 strike and I'm out, point blank. Whereas previously, I gave 2 strikes. For example, at one time, when a girl I was seeing started making people in my life, men and women, not talk to me, I warned her not to do that again. Yeah, well, if a girl's stirring up some drama and making my friends and family not want to talk to me, there is no second chance. There's no first strike. She's out of there to begin with. When she did, and a friend confronted me about it, we were walking to lunch at our student union. I immediately let go of her hand, grabbed my friend, and said, "Let's go." I let her go because I have standards, and she violated them. That's the kind of person I am, and I don't give a damn. I left her there and could care less where she is now. I'll stop letting girls cancel on me the day of a date or hours before. I'm done with that and won't put up with it. So now, when girls say, where are all the good guys? Why can't guys commit? I flip the question and ask the same thing. I will now only casually date girls who add value to my life, complement my life, and won't be a nuisance to me. I can easily let a girl go without thinking about it, and I love it. Yes, exactly. Unless she's adding value to your life, unless she's bringing good things, she's not worth your time. And she's got to be 100% supportive of your goals and ambitions, okay? Because women love guys that are ambitious, but they're still going to try to get in the way and get your time. The only time that it may not be as much is if you've put your foot down, she knows you're not messing around, and she is doing her own thing too, okay? So you might want a girlfriend that's actually ambitious herself and doing things for herself, but she still is feminine. And that's good that you're at a point that you say, I can easily let a girl go without thinking about it, and I love it. Yes, you have to be in that place when you don't have any attachments, and it's like, hey, I'm not tolerating any shit. And the fact that you're having this attitude so young, that's great, man. You just continue this the rest of your life, you're going to be where you want to be later in life. And it doesn't mean you have to be harsh and cruel to women. It's just, you're just laying out your boundaries. End of story. And you cross my boundaries, you're out of there. End of story. I'll replace your ass. That's the attitude you want to have. He says, I started a YouTube channel and podcast during the pandemic to get my thoughts out on politics and more. Awesome, dude. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. And a lot of times you're not going to have instant success, but keep grinding at it. Keep doing videos and podcasts and everything. Make yourself different. Make yourself stand out. Figure out what is popular with your audience, and you should do well over time. But don't expect overnight results and success. It takes time. Just a little tip there I've learned. Says I enjoy it, and it helps me a lot. I even started to ask my friends who are really successful for jobs, because as a person with a disability, it's tough to get a job because employers look at you as less than, no matter the value you bring to the company. As such, a friend hooked me up with someone he knows, and now I've become a member of his team at a financial transformation consultant with Primerica Financial Services. We help people reduce their debt, invest, and save their money in a smart and practical way. Get them good and smart life insurance policies, and much more. I even did what my friends are doing. I started the process of putting my money in an investment account. So when I turn 40, I will hopefully have more than $500K in that account and could live off that and retire. Dude, you're not going to be able to retire with $500K in assets at 40 years old. I don't mean to bust your bubble here, but even now, you couldn't retire and not work again off $500,000 unless you literally plan to live in a little small van and drive around, van life they call it, or take your money into some second or third world country where the dollar truly gets a huge amount. You're gonna get a lot more than that, bro. But unless you mean that 500K in that account along with other money you save. Okay, so you're gonna have to aim way higher than that, dude. And by the way, if you are an entrepreneur, guess what? You're not going to want to retire, okay? Because if you are doing something for a living that you're making good money off of, and it's what you love, you're not going to say, okay, I'm at this age, therefore I want to retire. You're going to be doing this stuff to the day you die, because entrepreneurs never stop. It's in our blood to constantly invent and come up with new ideas. And the irony is, a lot of people that don't get it, they think it's all about the money. For most entrepreneurs, believe me, they like to make money. I'm not going to deny that for a second here, okay? But there's a point that when they got enough money, they got enough toys to play with, so to speak, that it's just simply what they can achieve next. It's a game. It's fun. It's like being a kid and seeing what you can do next. That's what keeps entrepreneurs going. It's a lot of fun. Okay, seeing what I can achieve, challenging myself. Okay, that's why a lot of people like being around guys like that or women like that, because there are female entrepreneurs, because they're interesting, they're exciting, and they're rare. So if you want to be at a point where you could retire young, like he said, 40 years old, okay. If you want to save your money and invest it in the right way in all the right places, that if you wanted to, you can, but you may find you're not going to want to anyway. But you're going to need way, way more than 500K at 40 years old, dude, and anybody else listening to this. Way more. I've also started investing a little in Dogecoin, which is a growing cryptocurrency, and later on in my life, it will make me a lot of money. Well, it's made a lot of people money now, and I hopefully it continues to do so. I got some money in crypto, and I've made a killing of a very small investment. It's awesome. But don't put all your money in one basket. I don't care how much of a sure thing you may be. Just a little tip. And by the way, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. What I say here is for entertainment purposes, so you do what you got to do. Don't take my advice on that in that sense. Just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing what I would do. Just making that clear. Little disclaimer there. These two things have culminated into the type of guy you are teaching us to be. I'm working on me, growing my finances from nothing, expanding and keeping to my values and standards, and not falling for society's expectations of marriage. Very wise. I've seen my parents get divorced. My dad is in a marriage where his wife, he means his dad's new wife, even though she makes much less money than he does, doesn't respect him for the life of him. And she's just there for the money and treats him accordingly. That sucks. That's sad. That's crazy where this young guy can, at 23 years old, can see where his dad's screwing up. Okay? But his dad can be a great guy, but his dad's too weak to stand up for himself, and he lets his new wife basically milk him for everything it's worth and have her treat him that way. No. And guys, in this day and age, with the laws as they are, with the family courts as they are, it is not in a guy's advantage to get married, okay? I mean, a lot of guys, because of their culture or their religion, they do want to get married one day because that has a major impact on their lives. That's their business. Or they're more traditional, want to have the family and all that. If you're going to go down that route, you got to be extremely careful. Extremely careful on the woman you choose. You got to know her a long time. I did a video about a week and a half ago about the top 20 things to do if you must get married. I recommend you watch that if you haven't seen that already, because if you want to get married, things to screen her for and all that to protect yourself and minimize the chance of divorce and going through absolute emotional hell with the family courts and all that. It goes on. I know what it's like to need money for rent, gas, phone bills, and so on. I don't want that to be my future. If I date, it will be on my terms. If a girl doesn't like it, well, girl, there's the door and you're free to walk out of here. I ain't putting up with it. I want to date casually, and if I do decide to settle down with a girlfriend, she's welcome to come over to my home, which I want to own, not rent. Very smart. Work towards owning. But she and I will not be moving in together. But in the event we do, my finances stay mine. Yes. My money stays mine, and it will damn straight make sure of that. Oh, and just for fun, for kicks and giggles, we will have separate finances. And if we ever have bills to pay together, it will either have a joint account where she and I put the necessary amount to pay them off, or I will get the merchants my payment for half. You move in with a girlfriend, dude, and she's not your wife, do not set up a joint account with her even if she's your girlfriend, you have joint expenses, okay? The only way you should set up a joint account with a woman is if you are married, or if you do that. And that joint account is only for just the bare minimum you need to take care of your share of the expenses. So like you're married and you got the mortgage payment, the electric bill, and groceries. You put a portion of your money in that. She puts a portion of her money in that. But you got your own separate accounts in your name and your name only, and credit cards, I might add. And she's got her accounts, her name only, and so forth. That is it. But if it's just a girlfriend, no. You can make deals where like, okay, I'll take care of the electric bill, and you can take care of this other bill, whatever, okay? Don't set up a joint account with a girlfriend. Don't do it. Goes on. Otherwise, I will have my bills and she will have hers. That's the best way to go about it. I watched your video where you gave 5 reasons not to move in with your girlfriend, and it couldn't be further from the truth. If you guys haven't seen that video, watch it. Especially if you think about moving in with your girlfriend, the type of things that can happen, okay? She will also compliment my life, and I better compliment hers as well. I've also decided not to get married. It's just a death sentence for men, and as a business transaction for women who all have a biological clock, and I'm not going to be a part of that. I'll leave that to some other guy who falls for that trick. The statistics are there, guys. Over 60% of marriages end in divorce, and so many the rest of them are miserable. Why put yourself in this situation? And again, because of the family courts, you're going to get hammered. You're going to lose out big time on so many levels, not just financially, but also with the kids if you have them and all that. The odds are she's going to go to the mom. You'll be lucky to get them on every other weekend and certain holidays, even though you're the perfect dad. It's not worth it. You can do relationships if you want, have a great time with great girls, but I don't recommend it in today's world unless you absolutely feel you must, again, because of culture, religion, or you're really traditional, but very careful. Second, I'm setting myself up financially. Guys, this guy is right on the right path, and this is awesome. I mean, so many things. I was ahead of the game big time when I was his age. When I was 21, I opened my first Roth IRA. I had my own brokerage account. I started investing in the market. This was 1999. It was an awesome feeling. I started young, okay? But most people don't. They piss it away. I also started my first business at 22. But there are also certain things that he's already realizing now that I didn't do at that age. So he's already ahead of me in some levels. And this is awesome. Second, I'm setting myself up financially to be well for the future, to own my own home, products, to travel, and do whatever the hell I want, whenever I want, with no person to tell me yes or no. That's the dream, guys. And you know how that dream comes possible? Money. Money is freedom. Money gets you choices. So save your money early on, invest it, grow it. If you're in an area for a while and you can afford it, if you got a job or an income and you can buy yourself a house, do it, okay? If you can afford it and you're going to be there for a while. And of course, a lot of guys start off, they buy a duplex or a multifamily house where they can rent one part and live in the other. That's another good way to go for a young single guy, okay? That's how a lot of people start off. Again, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, just telling you what I would do. It says, this is why I'm investing now and I wish I'd done it sooner. I've also used any school grants, refunds, stimulus checks, and other money to pay off all credit card debt, and when I do spend on the credit card, it's only to improve my score and nothing else. Right. In a few years, I will get rid of my student debt and live my life freely without question. Yeah, you can use credit cards, guys. Just make sure you pay them off every month. Okay, don't rack up interest and fees and all that stuff, and use it to help build up your credit score. And if you get to the point, you can get some very good high-end credit cards where you can get points. And these points you can apply to using for hotels or airline tickets or car rentals, whatever. Those are the really good ones. So you can, and every month, a lot of these credit cards will give you extra points for spending on groceries. And the next month could be at restaurants. Pay attention to what kind of offers for points that these credit cards will do, and you can apply to get free shit. It's nice. I do this all the time. This is why it helps me travel. Hotels, airlines, car rentals. Literally, almost every trip I take, especially overseas, half of it is covered through points that I've racked up. I pay everything I can possibly pay by credit card, but I pay them on time just to get the points and apply them to different areas there. It says, I don't mind dating or hooking with women, but I will never let her take down my work. Good. Good. Nobody comes in the way of your purpose. Anybody, especially women. So So for my fellow men, especially those younger than me, don't make the same mistakes I did. Invest, save, and protect your finances. He means when he was younger. This guy is still young. 23 years old, he's a baby. He's young. You're not a baby. It's just, in my opinion, you're like a baby to me because I'm 43. But obviously he's saying when he was maybe 19 or 20, he pissed his money away, but that's what a lot of guys do anyway. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Invest, save, and protect your finances. Avoid marriage altogether. If you date or God help you marry, keep your finances separate, and if she complains, she ain't the one for you. If a girl overlooks the best of you, learn from that and move the hell on. There's nothing better than being able to do your activities, like my podcast, and sit there knowing in 10 years or more, you'll be able to retire and live the life you deserve. Well, work hard that maybe you could retire in 10 years, but I don't think you're going to be able to retire in 10 years or 20 years, dude. And you know what? You may not want to retire, but work smart and work hard and invest your money in the right places and all that, so that if you wanted to, you can, but you probably won't want to because you'll be having such a good time doing your businesses. Your podcast and YouTube channel could take off. You never know, and you can be making a living off that. And you could be doing that for 20 years. Who the hell knows? Women always talk about their worth. Well, start thinking of yours, and don't let them take it away. Stand your ground, own your identity, and be successful for you. Yes, guys, do it for you, for your own life. A lot of guys have a hard time coming up with motivation to do all the things they want. Well, quite frankly, just think of vision what you want, what your top goal is, and use that to get you up every day to take some action to get towards that goal. End of story. That's what drives me. I have my big major goals in life, and that was what gets me up. Today is Sunday, and believe me, I would love to be chilling on the couch, watching some movies, sitting there with my cats, because I'm a cat person, and hanging out. But I'm here filming 2 videos today. Okay, I'm almost done this video. I filmed the video earlier, and then I'm going to go do other stuff. Okay, I take some time for me, don't get me wrong, but believe me, I'm on my grind all the time. And what gets me on that grind, what pushes me, are my goals. My super big goals down the road, way bigger than I've ever talked about on here. Okay, that motivates me. So find the thing that motivates you and always be on your grind. It just goes on, focus on your goals, blah, blah. Stand your ground, your own identity, be successful for you. Whether that's going to the gym, making a podcast or YouTube channel, starting a business, owning a home, writing a book, I don't care, just do it. And there are people in your life trying to stop you. Get out of that situation. Yes, there's going to be haters. If you are chasing after your goals and ambitions and working hard, believe me, some people aren't going to like that because you're making them look bad because they're just sitting on their ass doing nothing with their lives, okay? But people that actually have things going on and they start seeing the material gains of that hard work, they're going to get jealous. Believe me, guys, there's no shortage of jealous, envious people out there. And the more successful you are, the more you do better for yourself and it starts becoming known, believe me, you're going to have people like that. And you need to cut them out of your life. They are like a cancer. Get rid of them, okay? And it's sad if it's a friend or a family member, but it's going to happen. Mark my words. Although I've never been married, I will say this. Avoid marriage. It's not what it used to be. It's a lie and it's all a lie and a great health, life, and security insurance policy and a blank check for women. Well, his parents are divorced and he sees what his dad goes through, so he has an idea about this. They will make out like bandits with everything you own and more. She will leave you at the bottom and she won't think twice about it, so you have to. Remember, they know if you put a damn ring on their finger, they change. When you say I do, they do, and they mean it. Remember that if she moves in with you and you break up, in most states, whether you're married or not, they get the same benefits from you as if you were married. Common law marriage he's talking about here, and it depends on the state and how long you've been living together. I mean, I believe I heard from Canada, some Canadian followers that said literally a guy and a gal could be living together for just a few months. Maybe it's 6 months, and boom, it's considered to be a common law marriage. I could be wrong, so any of my Canadian followers are watching this, let me know in the comments section and correct me if I'm wrong. But it's short. It's crazy, so you got to be careful. Lastly, don't let anyone, especially women, be asses to you, controlling of you, your life, or finances. And if they try, let them cry and move the hell on from them. Yes, do what's best for you, okay? Don't let anybody get in the way of what you want to do, okay? Thank you for letting me rant, but I just want men and men my own age and younger to learn the lessons I've come to learn, and I'm also hoping to learn more as I go. You always keep learning. Guys, never stop learning. I don't care if you're 90 years old. You can always learn something new every day, okay? The people that stop learning are the ones that stop in life. The people that are the most successful, they're always reading. They're always learning something new to help better themselves. Every day, I want you guys learning something. One thing every day. I don't care what the hell it is. Because that one thing you learn every day can come back later on to help you. I hope you wouldn't mind an update from me and some time to let me know how I'm doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Whether you know or not, you're making a hell of a difference. Well, thank you, bro. I'm trying to make a difference, and I'm loving doing it, and good job to you, too. And yes, let me know down the road how you're doing. Just keep saving your money, investing it. Work hard on that YouTube, work hard on that podcast. If you're not getting the kind of results and growth you want now, just keep finding a way, keep plugging at it, trying different things. Understand success takes time. Market yourself, as many free ways to market yourself as you can with a YouTube channel and podcast. Be different. That's the key thing. Have charisma and personality on there. People wonder all the time, why do I always wear sunglasses in my video? Here's a big revelation, guys. I do it because nobody else does. It makes me different. There you go. A lot of people think, do you have a one-eye SSM? Or are you legally blind SSM? Do you have no confidence and that's why you got to wear the sunglasses? No. It sets me apart, makes me different. But anyhow, I'm just talking about YouTube and podcasts and being different. But anyhow, guys, this is a great video. Okay, this is a great letter from this guy, and it goes to show you that more young guys are starting to wake up and realize that they want to change their lives, they want to go their own way, and this is really good. My goal is to get more and more guys just like him. So congratulations, bro. I'm really proud of you. Keep it up. So all right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this, and be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.